Okay, so at this point, I pretty much have the functionality of the application done. Um, I'll just go ahead and log in. I've already gone through the registration process, so I'm going to not register but log in as my user. The website pretty much loads with a logo and some advertising. Has the welcome and my username. My username is me. And then there's a couple links up here in the nav and a logout function. The grid is being used with a Grails plugin called Easy Grid with some customization. Um, there's a form over here which is basically a Grails submission form going to a controller, and I have the controller redirecting back to this page so that if I enter in some data like test data, I don't know, say like this, the date, we don't leave the page, and basically, you're going to have the data is going to be in here. In fact, it came up at the top, so it can be. I have this hyperlink here on the description, which is some functionality that came from the EasyGrid developer, so that this would go out to a URL. In this case, it's Wikipedia, sorry. And I also have this where I can edit the data. The edit page is using the standard Grails look and feel. I'm going to change that. But the functionality is there that I can delete this. And on delete, it takes me back to the index page. As I showed in a previous video, the exporting still works, just like this. We see the data coming in. It is showing hyperlinks. I'm probably going to not have this data come into the export. Doesn't make any sense really. And those two columns. And then I have a link here for research tools. I showed the market sales tool, which basically pings eBay API and brings back like sales data, like the sale price that an item sold for. For example, like a trading card or a silver dollar. But I also added this one. This was to show interest or trend using a Google API. And what it does, you can put in multiple items. Like here I have Miami Dolphins and Denver Broncos. And if you submit that, it basically returns back actual graph data. And you can see at different points in a timeline user interest. And that user interest is based upon Google searches. So it's pretty much just, these are not like real numbers. It's not like 7 million searches. It's not like that. It's more like it's giving you a marginalized graph. So you can just see differences in change. So you can see back in July of 2013, there's very little searching going on for these two teams. It spikes for the Denver Broncos in September of 2013. It spikes really high in January, mid-January of 2014. So, I mean, you can get an idea. You can just do one search, like Brian Warner, and you can see Brian Warner spiked in searches in October. You could do multiple people, like Obama, Madonna, and even, let's say Denver Broncos, and it would return, all this data in comparison to each other. So I think it's pretty cool, and this still works. So if I say, give me data for Denver Broncos, there should be some eBay sales, going on for different Denver Broncos memorabilia. I think I might take away the eBay API market data. I'm not sure it's too useful, and I can only do 1,000 API calls a day anyway, so if this was being used by 20, 30, 40 or more people, I could run through that probably pretty quick. So that's pretty much it. I think the only thing left is putting in a home page and also cleaning up the edit page so it has the same look and feel. And that's probably it. Maybe add another ad here, or else some kind of navigational links. I'm not sure what else I would do with this. The whole functionality of this application was to store collectible information and also be able to output it for my own purpose. Like, say I took the time to add 300 items that I collect, I may want to have an Excel backup so I can export that. I would like to add images, perhaps maybe an image icon in here somewhere. Maybe instead of clicking out to Wikipedia for these people, like Brad Sorensen, maybe that would be a link to a image that the user's uploaded, if it's available. Maybe something different like that. There is inline editing, but there's a bug with it right now that I'm working on. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. It's kind of cool, but I don't know. There is a bug with this that I'm not sure how much heavy lifting it would be to fix. Right now, the editing is being handled through this. Anyway, that's pretty much it.